Hey everyone, here we have the Sea Otter or Seal by LEGO Creator. This is from the Cute Bunny set number 31162. Contains over 300 pieces, retails for $19.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And even though if it's late now, I'm getting around to doing these. And remember in the last installment we did the llama and the main bill, which is the bunny. And I'm not used to this camera. I'm using a different one, the professional one. So that's why things are a little different now. But today we're going to be focusing on this. I'm used to having where it wasn't mirrored. This one is. So this is a whole new thing for me. I made sure it's 3 feet away and all that stuff, and got it razor sharp. Made sure all the auto stuff is turned off, except I got to figure out how to do auto brightness. And yeah, so I already took apart the llama. So now let's focus on the seal with the little fishy. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah. I can't wait to get this done because I need a few pieces out of this. And it also does come with the Brick Separator. I had forgotten it. Do I have one around here? Do I have to get up and go get it? Let me go see if I have one close by. Oh, I sure do. I'll just grab this one off the floor. Okay. Well, let's begin. Let's build it. And yeah, this is just an experiment. My hands look kind of pasty on this. I'm hoping color correction on the computer will correct it. I'm still trying to learn all this on this camera here. So yeah, so this is just more of like a test video than anything else, but I'm going to try to make it to where you can see what I'm doing. And it looks crooked, but I have the camera rotated. Hey, I got more leg room down here now, so I can sit properly. And can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I wish I could tip it down a bit more, but I'm afraid if I do, it'll change the focus. This thing is very, very picky. Very picky, so that's why I said we're doing a test run today. And I got to thinking more and more, that doesn't go in there, I could do tutorials like this. So I might be able to use this after all. Alright, hold on, that fail. And that's what I like about the smaller camera. I don't have to, you know. And this thing is actually zoomed in, but it's optically zoomed in, not digital, so we should have the full thing here. What makes it hard versus doing a regular set, I used to pour the parts out on the table. You know what, let's do that. Because having the bin, it just feels like I'm tripping over this. Plus after I'm done with this, that is it. I don't need that anymore. Alright, so the brick separator is right in the middle. Right there. Alright, so I got to make sure. Now, if you're on a mobile device, you could obviously just take your fingers and spread it on the screen, and you can actually zoom in. That's the beauty about 4K video, is that we can do that. Now, the bad thing about this camera is I only got about an hour and a half to record on here, so even though if it's all plugged in, ready to go, it's not the battery, it is the memory card. I think it can go up to 256 gigs, but I only have a pair of 128, so that will have to do. Not exciting colors today, but this is something that I want. I don't have to do the alternative builds. Alright, so I cannot find these pieces here. We're going to have to start pulling out and start pre-sorting things like we did in the last installment here. Yeah, I'm kind of too pooped to work on these right now. I got my own stuff that I want to work on. This is not required. LEGO didn't tell me I had to do this. But I may as well just put them all in colors. There's only like 4 colors in here. There we go. I found one. And I've been plugging away at doing stuff. One of the things that I have been working on is tearing apart sets. I've got more sets and tutorials torn apart, stuff that I've already filmed and backed up and preserved. And yeah, that's why I got to have the good cameras, just to preserve this stuff. Trying to think of anything else I want to get done this weekend. Today, I believe, is the 7th. Let's see here. Yeah, March 7th, 2025. And I'm still trying to find parts for step number 5. So, yeah, at least one thing, once we start sorting. Now, if you're going to rebuild these, don't do what I'm doing. Don't do what Jay does. Just pre-sort your parts before you get into it. But for the sake of video, you know, some people will pre-sort everything like this. They'll go in there and pull all these out in trays. You can do that. But, you know, I'm not telling you how to build your set. That's your call, because everybody builds differently. And, you know, so I'm hoping this turns out very well. Like, my hands kind of look pinkish. Really kind of flesh tone. This camera here, when I did a tutorial on it a long time ago, it showed all the scratches and pits in my bricks. I thought, yeah, I don't know. But I've been looking at new cameras, and first off, I'm not buying a GoPro. It's not really recommended for stuff like this. Then I'm kind of torn towards a DSLR or a camcorder. The problem with the regular DSLR cameras is they're good for snapshots. They can do video, but if you want to zoom in, you have to change lenses and stuff. But it doesn't matter with these, because I always keep this camera zoomed out. This camera zoomed in optically. It's not digitally zoomed in. This is the only camera I have to use the zoom in feature, because if not, you would see everything over here. You would see more than what you see right now. And yeah, that's the thing. And this camera here doesn't do too well in poor lighting. This camera here is about 16, 18 inches deep. It's meant to be for newscasters, not for doing stuff like this. This is a little too much for this. And I can't find any more slopes. It's almost like we were building the body of the other thing today, or from the other day. Oh, it's got a heart. Almost every one of these has got a heart tile in there. So that's like a little Easter egg that I can't ever find. It's that pink little heart. Oh, there it is. I mean, look, it's got the heart in there. I mean, yeah. The heart and all sorts of stuff here. You gotta love Lego and its humor sometimes. No, I got it in the wrong way. And yeah. So if my arms are getting in the way, my apologies. We're just trying something new here. So when I'm hoping I get approved for that Deku tree, because if we do, this is a trial run for doing it in 4K. I think I'm going to start doing more of the builds in 4K, and just learn how to use this camera as I go. Hey, at least I'm not doing it on the finalized tutorials. So, and I'm going to keep my old camcorder as a little hand cam to get closer into things. I couldn't find my light. The ring light, I'd have to put a bunch of adapters on, and I really don't want to mess with that right now. So that's why it's, you know. Alright, so that's what yours should look like so far. Now, this is fixed focus. I'm used to bringing things up like this. See how blurry that is? I have to be out about here. That's my limit. And autofocus won't do any good because, like I said, I got to keep it 3 feet away. And yeah, I know some of you are here to watch me build, not talk about cameras, but that's half the gig here. But anyways. But I did find out something very interesting about the about all these iPhones I have. I can actually fix the auto color, auto brightness, and autofocus on those. So I might one day film one of these using strictly an iPhone. We'll just try different devices out. Because what happens if one of my cameras break and I want to film a tutorial? What would happen? That's what I'm saying. So I gotta plan ahead. I looked at the price of camcorders. I'm looking for something with a microphone jack, so I can have a wireless mic. All right, now I'm still using the phone recorder. I could be using the built-in mics. I'll see how it turns out. This one doesn't scratch or anything like that, but it's, you'll be picking up more of the fan noise. But I haven't played around with it. But something that I could wear, like a wireless mic or something like that, or have the boom, like this one does have it. So we shall see. So instead of looking at buying new cameras, why not just use the equipment that I have now? It's YouTube. We're supposed to do this on a budget. And yeah. So today I haven't got any new tutorials. What am I missing here? Did I miss something? Oh, I am missing something. You know what I did? I forgot to put some, of course, if I can get the page to separate, fine. Nothing bad about paper guides. Yes, I forgot to put some 1x4 plates in there. Well, thank goodness we have the brick separator with this one. And yeah. So these are not meant to be professional product reviews. These are just for fun, yada, yada, yada. They're not meant to be construed as such. So today, I'm just building as just, this is just some build that we're doing today. All right. But I got a bunch of new Lego ideas planned. I can't do them because I need to start filming this stuff, getting it done, and getting everything out of here. Well, I'm hoping this is not going to turn out white and washed out. If it does, then we'll just have to roll with it. Do I do test recordings? Yeah, but we don't know yet. There's too many parts and they're not exciting colors. Yeah, no, not exciting at all today. But this is something I want to build. I got another set offer coming in, so I got 2 pending offers right now that I'm waiting for. In a week, it's going to be my birthday, and I don't want to do set reviews on my birthday. So I'd rather go hiking or something, and I'm not going to do that. So that's pretty much, I think, the torso. I don't know. And let's finish this step up here before I take a break. But I mean, it's just trying out new equipment, seeing what works, what doesn't work. Could I use it for this instead of that? So doing a tutorial with this camera probably might be better in the long run if I could learn how to do it and set it up right. So you know, God forbid if that main camera breaks, the one I've been using for 15 years, yeah, I have a backup camera just in case. And this is one of the first 4K cameras that came out. I first recorded in 120 frames per second. I was burning through memory card. I think it was like a gigabyte for just 30 seconds of video, and I thought, ouch, no. That's a little too much. So I dropped it down to 60 frames because YouTube's limit is 60, so I thought, well, we don't need to go any more than that. And yeah, 4K takes up a lot of memory. So hopefully, I cannot find some of these parts. It's just, tan is not really it was fun when I first saw tan when Lego came out with it, but now it's kind of bland. And that's what we've done with the torso so far. Whoops. And it's not too bad. Pretty interesting. Okay, now it looks like we're turning our attention to flippers, and it looks as if these are mirrors. Okay, so let's slide that off to the side here. And while we're sliding off to the side, here are today's shout-outs. And thank you everyone for subscribing to my channel, being a YouTube member on my main channel, and thank you to my customers for purchasing building guides. I think I sold 3 more building guides from the last video that I filmed. And my Patreon supporters, I appreciate it. So, that's always a plus. Alright, now I gotta find some corner pieces here. So what I'm planning on doing is the one I'm building closest to me, because I'm sitting off to the left here, this one here is going to be the one I'm focusing on. This one here is going to be its reflection. This thing is so small I could have just zoomed in a bit more. You know. But with 4K I could do that on the computer if I choose. But we'll see how this turns out. Okay, I'd rather do this than do it on a valuable tutorial. Don't like it the way it turned out, and I have to reshoot it again, because that's not fun. We don't need that. Aren't these exciting colors? I'm trying to find those round 1x2 plates in sand yellow. Yeah, my hands are all calloused up today. I've been doing a lot of work lately, and I don't just push buttons all day. And yeah, yeah, I'm off today. This is like my week, and I get 3-day weekends all the time, but I also have to work 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours throughout the weekdays. So it's not like I'm lose anything. I just have more time clumped together. I have an assistant that takes care of everything on the weekends. And now we got to find 1x2 plates, and then the arch pieces. Let's take care of the plates first. But I got to watch this camera because, like I said, the other one I can record up to like 15 hours, 20 hours of video. This one here, not so much, until I could figure out what its limitations are. And then do I need to film in 4K? Can I do 1080? 1080 on this one looks really good. But, you know, I got 4K. There's no need to do 1080p on this thing at all. And then now we have to get those plates that are angular, like the bows. I'll show you if I could find one here. You could tell I'm kind of tired, but I slept really good. I'm just tired because I can slow down. See, Lego doesn't require me to do these, so it makes it even fun. That little piece right there is what we need. How high can I go up? Oh, I can... Wow, really? I only have like that much space? Like that much? I gotta be careful. I'm gonna have to look. I wish I had the screen on this wall here where I can take a look at it better, but I don't. I do have a monitor that I could probably use to plug into this. But this camera here would be great for building those big, tall builds, and you can just zoom in. Because I zoomed all the way in digitally, and then just sharpened up the image as best I could. And then, like I said, I won't know until I'm watching it with you. And, there's just so much of this tan here. Yeah. Yeah, this one here is not that exciting. I gotta think of a better way of doing these type of videos. So what am I doing? I'm just shoveling pieces around. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to find nothing but small parts. We don't really use anything big in this one. So let's start dropping all this big stuff in here now, because it's not doing me any good. Like, I'm just trying to find some of those little angular plates. It's going to take some time. I could edit this out. Now, I had another comment saying, why don't I just edit this part out? I'm in front of the computer for 10 plus hours a day. I don't want to be sitting and editing more videos. That would not be fun. Not fun at all. I mean, I want to build, not... I mean, really, I'm literally just... If I knew exactly what parts these models took, I would just have them removed and worry about it. Did I even make sure I put everything right in there? I have not seen them yet. I'm pulling more stuff out of here that's kind of this, what do they call it? Brick yellow, tan, beige. I mean, that's essentially what we've had so far, and I haven't even found those other two pieces yet. Okay, I found one. Let's put that under so we don't lose it. Whoops, this is already coming apart. Now, all right, now we're going to find the last one. Don't you love Lego sometimes? You spend more time finding parts than you are building. That's the only downside with these creator sets. When you want to do the alternative models, it doesn't have a list of pieces for you. You just have to tear it apart, and you have to hunt everything. So if you get your set, you know, it depends on how you want to build. Okay, I see it. But yeah, we're still working on the flippers. We haven't gotten that far yet. And then now we put these at the bottom. Well, these are pretty easy to see here, so we can get those. I mean, what they call that, light nougat. And then after that, we are done with the flippers, so we can put these on here. Make sure I put them on right. Okay. Hope you could see what I'm doing. My voice is starting to crack again. And that's it for the flippers. And now it looks like we're turning our attention to the front ones. So we're going to dump that all back out again. Make sure you have yourself a shoebox. And these are just clones, they're not mirrors. Okay, well, we need that, obviously. Okay, I need two of those. And what's the first piece here? Well, I don't need these. Put those in there. I may need them later, but... Okay, there's one of these. Okay, I can start working on one. Well, we're getting somewhere, huh? And... yeah, I'm glad that some of you find these videos very helpful. I try my best. There's not a whole lot of gray, so it's not too bad to find them, except I got two of these are slightly different. Oh, see, this is crumbling apart. Yeah, this is just meant to be another one of those display pieces here. Okay. Still fighting with allergies too. Makes filming all more fun because I'm coughing and I don't want to cough in your face, and I forgot to get the other bowels. I see one there. And then we just come in here like this, and that's what yours should look like. See, I can only go up so close before it gets blurry. Probably right about there would be fine, right at the edge of my table. I may have to put some tape or something on the floor to find out where this camera is supposed to be. But I'm on the lookout for a smaller camcorder that's 4K. I found some that were for $200 that had decent ratings, which is kind of cool. And I just got to think, do I really want to spend money on a camera right now? Let's see here. Can I just rotate this a bit more? Because I'm working right here. I mean, nothing has changed all that much. I just got to make sure I'm not bumping into things. Oh, that doesn't go like that. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Let's bring this back here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and that's it. All right, now we're going to turn our attention to the head of the game here, which is this. And it's got mirror. If I'm missing pieces, they're in the other bin. Now, this is probably the smallest of the three models, so you will probably not need everything in here, but you could obviously build more stuff if you want. Kind of in a music mood today, but I can't play music in here. I did get contacted by a record company wanting to know if I would play their music in my things. I said sure. I would need to have that in writing. I said I don't mind. I'm always to listen to new stuff, but with the whole copyright thing with record companies, I'm kind of squirmy on it. I know YouTube has a YouTube royalty-free library, but how long is that going to last? And I don't have no problem with giving shout-outs for artists who are providing music for free. I really don't. Advertise in their iTunes store, that kind of thing. So if it works out, it works out, you know. And you know, this is the head. It doesn't look like a head so far, does it? It just looks kind of, I mean, maybe these are the eyes. I mean, it could be. Put that over there. Because after I'm done with this, and I get this one all done and edited and stuff, I'm going to part this whole set out. I can't keep them all guys and gals. I just don't have the space for them. So I'm trying my best here. And then we use the bricks with the adjacent studs. I don't think I have any of those in there, so they're probably on the workbench. Yeah, that's why I sound kind of whiny today. I know some people complain about that. I'm sorry, I can't make the allergies go away anymore. Not a whole lot I can do. The only time I feel well is when I'm at work, so yeah, that's never fun. And looking for a 1x2 plate. Well, that was easy to find. I think some people also want to see the secondary builds on these. Just see what kind of parts are left over. They put it together right. So far, we managed to survive this, and but a lot of the time you notice I'm spending is trying to find parts. This is how most kids build. They dump the parts out on the floor and just start building because it's cool. It's easier to see everything. But when kids are usually building stuff, it's usually stuff from their imaginations, where for here, today I'm stuck with a fixed build. And trying to find a 1x2 half round tile. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, pretty much. I'd like to see how this video turns out. Yeah, this one's going to take a long time for the program to render up, so this may take a couple of hours to do, because I use a laptop for this type of video. And yeah, I cannot find it. Let's start pulling parts out. Okay, I found it. I'm kind of getting frustrated because I really want to get back into doing my own. I want to play some music while I'm working today. And I think that's really sad that these record companies have gotten like that, where they've gotten so greedy, and then they complain that nobody buys their records or their CDs anymore. I mean, really today, who buys CDs anymore? Oh, my mom has a bunch of CDs that she brought over here, and tapes, cassettes, and I think a few 8-tracks. And that stuff was cool when I was a kid. Now I'm kind of like, if it doesn't fit on the iPhone, then yeah, we got a problem. If it doesn't fit on like an iPod or something. And that's what yours should look like so far. Okay. And I think next time we'll probably see what the limitations of this are, this camera, and I'm going to see if I can go closer. I think if I zoom out a bit more and push the camera closer, it should be fine. But I got to find its sweet spot. Just remember, if you ever get into this, do not use digital zoom. If you don't care about resolution, not too bad, but I do, so I have to, I want to make sure you get a good sharp picture. And your little wafer cookies here are going to fall off, so be very careful with that. These are barely just tacked in. And then I need a 1x4 plate to sandwich that. That's a 1x6. And there we go. I don't know, it doesn't look like anything special, does it? Okay, now we know where the eyes are going to go. Okay. You're going to have to really finger these in. No, it didn't sound right. Yeah, if I were grading this thing has been so flaky today. You think that those would have went on before this, so this was kind of like an afterthought item here. Popping these in here, is if you got big fingers, is kind of hard. Well, now we know which way's where it's staring at you. And I need to find those slope pieces here. Did I put any of those in there? Well, here's one. Okay. The edge of the table is right there, so you don't even see it. This camera's got a bigger viewfinder. I think it's like 5 inches. The professional jobbies, they usually give you bigger stuff. But I more and more, I kind of regret buying this. It was like a regret. It's like buyer's remorse. I wish I'd have just bought a consumer grade, but consumer grade 4K cameras at that time didn't exist. They just weren't really feasible. And if you found one, it was like 4K simulated at 30 frames. It was not quite what I was looking for. Now they pretty much got it. Man, this head is just taking forever, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, the set's got a little bit of color, but we mostly been building with tan here. As far as for the restaurant goes, I haven't really played with it. I'm going to be honest with you. Unlike yesterday or the day before when I was doing one of these, it wasn't too bad. But this one here, I just kind of, I think because I've been doing the same thing, but I want to finish up a whole series of sets. I don't want to just keep jumping around, because then I have bins of sets that I've only halfway done, and it gets to be kind of too much. Alright, so we're missing this here. I'm missing another one of those plates. Let me see if we got it in here. We're supposed to have another rainstorm in a couple of days. And of course it'll be raining when I am back at work, which is sad. That's the way how things are. The weekends it's sunny and in the 70s. Like today was in the 50s. Tomorrow will be like in the high 70s. Weather out here just changes so rapidly now. Okay, I need another one of these. Where did it go? I know it's in here because we built the main model. Sometimes it's easier to grab from my own collection because I know I have a big box of them that I have access to, but I want to grab just strictly from this pile here. Yeah, if my arm's in the way, I'm sorry. Remember, I don't. I have a better view on my end here now. Ugh. Oh yeah, this is not fun at all. The last one we did wasn't too bad. But this set here, you know, all these animal ones, like I still got to do that panda bear. That's going to be just as bad as this. It doesn't have a lot of colors. So I have no clue where this piece went. Unless it's buried in here. Let's check this again. I got that. Probably you could see it on your camera or your video because you can just pinch and pan and zoom. Where for me, I have to, yeah. Did I lose it or something? I don't think it's in here. Do I have to get up and get it? Because I got the big tripod in the way. Honestly, I'm not in the mood to work on this one today. I got a bunch of goodies that I want to work on, and this is not one of them. Got the big versions of it. I don't need that. But I know it was in here. Or probably because it had another part on it. Okay, so there it is. And then now we need to find some of these tiles in Nougat. They're not too bad. I really want to see how good the quality is on this camera. Then I can tweak it up a bit more. The only way I'm going to find out if I do live video on these and try them out. And then this thing here goes like that. So this must be the nose here that we haven't put in yet. Now I'm trying to find, we're still working on the head. I mean, that's, it's all small parts at this point. It's, you know, not really fun. And I need to find another one of these for the other side. We're going to get there eventually, guys and gals. I kid you not, we're getting there. It's taking time. I got to think of better ways to do these next time. There's the head, but we're not even done with it yet. We're still got a long ways to go. It's, yeah, this is not a... Okay, I'm going to probably need all these in here eventually. Let's pour all those out. We got the body over there. We still working on that. It seems like the head is taking longer than the whole entire body. Oh, and if you don't like the ranting, there's I can point you to some YouTube channels who speed build through these. This is the build progress. I don't even know what the age range of this set is, but as a full-grown adult, especially a dude, I'm getting kind of frustrated just because it's okay, they're inverted ones. Okay, that's why I couldn't find them. Okay, let me start pulling all these tan out again. We are using nothing but small pieces in this one. I may just leave all these out. I need these. But I won't know until I build all these models here. Okay. But I'm not really a fan of brick-built figures or animals. And Lego sends me a lot of these. I miss the old creator sets, and I'm thinking about once I get time, I'm going to piece together the parts for one of the very first creator sets that I got when I got back into Lego, which is set number, I think it's 4956. It's just a Lego creator house. It's nothing special compared to what we have today, but the build on those are pretty fun. It gave you a good selection of very basic parts. None of this small dinky stuff that we get in the new sets. Like, we're just messing with, look at all the small parts. The colors in those sets were kind of considered bland compared to what we have today, but it's not like where most of these parts are not really, you're only usable for these models. So I'm thinking about doing that. We'll just do all the sets. But provided I get these done first. Because right now, my main goal is to just get the stuff Lego's been sending me first before I dig into my collection and pull things out, which means I got to clean out a good chunk of these bins here. Alrighty, let's see. I don't have any plain 1x2s. Let me find that. Probably take another hour. We might be done with the head by the end of the year, because it's all small stuff at this point. I got the ones with the clips, but those are useless to me. I mean, we'll find it eventually. It says it right here in the book. I need a plain old piece, and I cannot find it. It's somewhere in here. And I have some over here on the bed. There it is. That are just sitting there. Okay. And it's on the side with the snap. So now we will put this here. And I need the 2 curved tiles. Yeah, if you're not a fan of small pieces, this is not for you. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm plowing away through it. Alright, and then now we are building a mirror set of these, so let's just do that real quick. We're still on the head. I kid you not, we are still on the head. On the head. I mean, we have not even moved yet. Okay, I already got this done. I guess I can put it on there now. That's how I built it, but oh, I guess that's how it goes. I thought it would tack on there with just one stud. That don't make sense. But or am I holding it the wrong way? It's like this. With okay, it's like that. Okay. That makes more sense. You can see that. Yeah. Alright, let's go get more small parts. I need that. Let's pull that out right there. We need that. I need to make this. One of you did ask, do sometimes I don't sound happy only when I do my own builds. Yes, I'm building my own stuff I'm very happy with. When it's building somebody else's stuff out of limited parts, because I see these parts being used for something else, and we're not done yet. We're getting there. But I see these parts being used for other creations, not for a fixed build. So that's why I'm kind of like, And then we need to put more tiles on there. We're almost done here with the seal, or the sea otter, or sea lion, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what I think it said it was kind of like a seal. And that's what yours should look like. Of course, it's blurry, but I wish I could bring it up. I may one day try autofocus on this and see how well it does. And then now we got to put it all together. Now it is possible this could be built by up to a few people. But so I think probably 2 people comfortably can put this together, and there's your seal right there. All right, now we got to build a little fish. Now we're almost done here. It says we're about 75% because most of the time we use was strictly working on that. And we got, I kid you not, smart. Look at all the small parts on this. Yeah, I can't wait to put this in my parts bin. I got so many small parts, but I want to get rid of this one, to be honest, because I'm tired of looking. I just grabbed one off the shelf, said we're going to do this one. But I want to finish the whole series up, because I'm going to put everything in a playlist for you. So you should just be able to just watch the whole entire complete build installment. It'll be a complete build series. So there's your fish there. Or part of it anyways. Now we got to rotate it around. Yeah, whatever the stuff I have makes my throat scratchy. I'm kind of tired. And I'm always thirsty. Like I've been drinking nothing but water. Water's the only thing that really just sounds good. So yeah, that's just hoping it ain't nothing serious. I know it ain't COVID. Hope not. No, I don't want to deal with that because I have to quarantine for 2 weeks, which I don't want to do. Although I get to sit at home and work, but I have elderly that live here, so I can't just do that. And that's simply that. What is that? It's supposed to be tuna? Let's see here. And that's it for the fish. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, and now it looks like we're building habitat. We're about 80% done, so we'll slide these off to the side here. Sorry, buddy, but you're going to have to sit there. Oh, at least this camera's widescreen. We can see more. Okay, well. Okay. I need some 1x6s. So if you ever wanted to build all these, you still need to buy all the sets. Now, there's some that will request Lego sets from the Lego group and ask them to send them 3 of these so they can build all the models. And that's fine, but that's kind of cheating on that. I don't want to have 3 sets. I'm not here to just do that. That's kind of silly. Most people are never going to get 3 of these. So that's why I do it the way I'm doing it now. And okay, we got to put this in here now. That's something we don't see out here very often, is cold, snowy biomes. As a matter of fact, my lawn is so green from all the rain. I mean, it's a deep green, like this color green. It is just, summertime it gets this green. But man, it is a dark, rich green, like walking on carpet out there, soft and stuff. Man, that lawn is so good. They want us to get rid of all that out here eventually. I like having it where I walk outside and it feels like I'm in an English garden, not a desert. Okay, this goes here. We've got an inverted tile. That's what it should look like on the bottom. And 3 of these. The reason why this is going a little faster is because we're using more color in here, except for the white. But if I'm sitting like this, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. We have some programs that will track you on here for the cameras, and I don't have any of that on this one here. So I could build it like this too. And we're not done yet. We're getting there. I'm hoping I really hope this video turns out good. Oh my goodness, you gotta put a bunch of parts on here at once, or am I just skipping steps? That's exactly what I'm doing. Alright. Just mixing this with white, this looks so cold. Really cold. Now when I do the thumbnails, I do the camera. I know one of you mentioned in one of my videos that I need to do zoomed out versions of thumbnails, or zoomed in versions. I may have to do that because, you know, more people are worried about how many views this channel gets than the content on here. And I know the thumbnails sell. But honestly, I'm not going to do those thumbnails where my mouth is wide open like, oh, wow, look at this awesome set. Even though if in the back of my mind I'm thinking, yeah, right, you know, I don't want to do those type of thumbnails. Because when I see those, I just like, oh, this is meant for little kids. I will not watch it. Where here, I just kind of say, okay, this is what we're building in the thumbnail. Let's build it. That's how I do it. But just like I mentioned earlier, I don't want to be cooped up on the computer the whole time. That's not fun. Alright. So we still got a good chunk of parts left, but we're not done yet. We're getting close. The bouncing ball. Have you ever been in grade school back in the probably 60s, 70s, and 80s, and you had the movie week where, usually movies were on Fridays when I was in elementary school. We'd all pile up in the cafeteria and they would show movies basically on 16 millimeter film projectors. That's what they used back then, because the school I went to could not afford the other stuff. Matter of fact, come to think of it, that elementary school I went to, they only had one television with a VCR, and the VCR was beta, so the choices back then were very limited. So we didn't get a lot of movie nights. All right. And that's it for that. We got to put all that together there. But that was the limitation on movies back when I was in elementary school. Was a 35 millimeter film of stuff that happened back in the 70s, where they had somebody narrate. There were some films I remembered. There was also stuff that we did back in Halloween that were on slide projectors, and they would just play the cassette, and you'd hear the tone, and the teacher would advance the slide. That's all we had. And yeah. And that's essentially what it is. It looks small on here, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do a little bit of a field test on this here. Can I zoom this in? Let's see here. You can see everything, but we're going to do a little bit of a field test right now. I'm still 3 feet away, so that's haven't changed anything. And don't adjust your sets right now. I'm trying to get everything set up here. It may play a little bit with your mind. Now there's also another button I do have programmed in here. This is what I use right here to zoom in. See how razor sharp that is? And I zoom back out. And then now, may do that next time. So this is the seal here. Yeah, I kind of feel bad now. Now I know what I'm going to need to do. But when I build these, I don't know how big they are. Got your little fish there, and your little habitat. And this is supposed to rest right in here. He's just supposed to do this. Or, like, I guess like that. Whoa. Like, he's supposed to just sit. He just rests in there like that. I'm not used to this camera. I'm used to the other one where it wasn't mirrored. All this time I've been doing things with mirrors. And so it's backwards on my screen here. And that's it. There's just 3 pieces. He just rests in here. Could he rest the other way? Not too much. Boy, his fins are all wiggly. Ooh. But I mean, it's a fully flexible model. I mean, his head moves around and all that stuff, so that's really good. But for me personally, it looks cool. Building it wasn't so much because of the going through the parts. I got to think of a faster way to do these. But that's it with the build. And honestly, if I had to give it a score, I'd say it's probably 8, 8.5, just because some parts were flaking. But it's okay. It's if you like seals and sea otters, there you go. I mean, a face that only a mother could love. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of this model.